Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, we'll tell you why WWE's employee morale is plummeting.
An update on Sami Zayn's contract status.
Carmella is about to address her WWE departure.
And politics. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the news.
All right. Let's kick this one off by talking about morale amongst WWE employees. They are not happy. This is a new exclusive report published by Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics. He has spoken to multiple WWE employees on the condition of anonymity. I said that word correctly. I don't usually do that. Saying that they're facing reduced benefits, minimal raises, and increased workloads following WWE's merger with the UFC. So this is a couple of years now. TKO Group, that's the kind of merged conglomeration thing.
Endeavor and what have you.
Yeah, Endeavor's the big boy, and TKO Group covers WWE and the UFC. We know this. This has been the case for a while. We also know that when all this happened, they let a bunch of people go. It was like hundreds of redundancies following the Endeavor playbook. Apparently, there's a bunch of benefits that are no longer available to WWE staff as a result of following the takeover. The ability to purchase stock. They had this plan that allowed staff members to purchase shares at a 15% discount. Apparently not anymore. Complimentary tickets to live events.
They're like gold dust.
Yeah. That was a perk for ages and ages for WWE staff. No longer. Employees also they talked about they only received a 3% cost of living increase last year. This is despite living expenses in Connecticut and New York being presumably higher than that. Employees with strong performance reviews, they were told that pay increases would remain minimal due to budget restrictions imposed by upper management. Staff also said that their workload has increased. Some people have new responsibilities tied to the UFC and potential expansions into other Endeavor-owned bits and pieces as well. WrestleNomics did reach out to WWE for a comment on this, but they had not received anything at the time we are recording this and all of this stuff. So yeah, I mean, this is quite a common case in corporate mergers, right? Where organizations classify themselves as lean organizations. It means they try and do more with less. And ultimately, a lot of the time, that means that people just get more work.
Yeah.
Now that we've acquired this new property, we need people to run it. People will get more work and minimal reward. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. So in this situation, the way it kind of pans out is that obviously WWE was bought by Endeavor. They were merged with the UFC under TKO Group. They had a bunch of different redundancies and restructurings and stuff that we've spoken about before. And on top of all of that, now you've got this situation where also the company is extremely profitable, right? Like they're generating record numbers over here. You'd think that they could give, CM Punk's mate a ticket for Elimination Chamber or something.
Clearly
I don't know. Apparently not. But yeah, there you go. That's the gist of it. Good work from Brandon Thurston as usual.
Yeah, fantastic work. But like you say, depressingly unsurprising, this story. Like, their redundancies were no great surprise because they often come in and go, well, you did that job for UFC and you did that job for WWE. We only really need one of you, so you could do both persons' jobs. And the rewards, it is just so frustrating, and a lot of people will relate to it in their jobs of whoever you work for, you see them doing incredibly well, and like the higher ups handing out ridiculous bonuses for themselves in certain businesses, and you're like, right, what do I get? Look how well we're doing. I'm a part of this family. We're a family. We're all together. You get minimal raise. You get like a bog standard, like just keep your head above water sort of raise, whilst, especially for someone like WWE, they are doing, like you say, record profits, record gates that they keep boasting about, TV sellouts, the Netflix deal, the Saudi deal, deals with Slim Jim and Prime and stuff like that out the ass.
A real American beer.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, the rewards have been cut back on, as you mentioned, and any benefits from this, like, I'm not suggesting they should say everyone gets $1 million, but there is a middle ground somewhere that you'd hope would happen. But unfortunately, this is corporate life, baby.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's how these big time, huge businesses operate. It's obviously it's brutal on the people who are in that system, and things like 3% raises, all right. If your inflation is higher than 3%, you actually have less purchasing power than you did before. So from your perspective, it's not a raise, really.
Yeah.
It's because you're paying more and you're receiving a little bit less by comparison. So, yeah, there you go. It was a couple of years we spoke all about this takeover stuff. We said from day one as well that the Endeavour is a cheapskate company.
Yeah.
They will do stuff like this, and so it's panned out. It's it's a good bit of reporting from Brandon.
Yeah, good work.
It's cool. As well, I mean, usually when we talk Brandon, we're talking about ratings, and then people get mad and shout about TV ratings. So hopefully this is a bit more measured.
Yes, exactly. But if you have got a bit of spare cash knocking around, why not spend it on coming to see us as part of our WhatCulture World Tour? We are hitting Manchester, Belfast, Glasgow, London, and then heading to the HyperX Arena in Las Vegas for WrestleMania weekend.
What's this? I can't remember what this is.
X-Men?
I can't. Is it?
I hope it's not something cancelable. Regardless, it's obviously in accordance with the WWE tour. But don't worry, if you've got tickets to those shows, you'll have plenty of time to get over to see them if you come to our live show and get back to do Sweet Chin Disco with myself, Mark Henry, and now Joe Hendry. Apparently, Dice.fm if you want tickets for that one. But yes, do come to the shows across the UK and especially the one in Las Vegas.
Wakanda Forever, isn't it?
That's the one.
Yeah, there you
of course.
Go. Yeah, sorry.
The HyperX though, yeah, we are doing a live SmackDown watch along the Friday night before WrestleMania weekend, and then Simon Miller's going to be filming a live ups and downs, so get a ticket, you can be involved in that one. We'll be doing all the usual good stuff. Me and Hamflet are going to be doing a big WrestleMania preview after SmackDown finishes, meet and greets out the ass, that sort of thing. WhatCulture.com/tickets.
I'll tell you what, it's a shame the Sweet Chin Disco Tour isn't happening at Christmas, because the opportunity for a Joe Hendry, Mark Henry collaboration on We're Hendry and Henry. Ooh. It's gone. It's gone now. It's not Christmas. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Keep that in the back pocket,
but
Sam.
What they do will be even better.
Yeah, it is going to be great. But join us for all of that. Dice.fm for Sweet Chin Disco, as I mentioned, and WhatCulture.com/tickets.
Yes.
Right, let's talk about Sami Zayn. He was a bit guarded with regards to his contract status, but no need to really panic here. Sean Rossap, the brilliant Sean Rossap of Fightful, was chatting to Sami Zayn. Obviously, he's been doing the rounds ahead of Elimination Chamber in Toronto this weekend. More on that in a bit, actually. But Sean asked Sami about what's going on with his contract, and what Sami said that he does typically like to keep that sort of information private. He doesn't see himself going anywhere. He's got a good thing going in WWE and wishes to remain there. I mean, if he survives on Saturday, of course. He signed a multi-year deal in 2022. We talked a little bit about this recently, and I have mentioned it on numerous occasions with the developments with this KO Sami Zayn story. I think one of the best bit of businesses that WWE's done in the last few years is holding on to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and right now I don't see either of them going anywhere.
Yeah, they're not leaving ever.
No.
And why would they?
There was a window a few years ago, maybe.
For sure. But then they were like, hey, Kevin Owens, Steve Austin, WrestleMania.
Hey, Sami Zayn, Johnny Knoxville.
Bloodline, like biggest storyline in modern WWE. Do you want to be in that? Do you want to be part of that? He actually raised it up a fair bit as well.
Vastly improved it.
Yeah, definitely. And it only went from kind of strength to strength following his involvement, which enriched the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, these guys aren't going anywhere, man. They're like perfect. They're perfect where they are. Look, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Would I like to see Kevin Owens in a G1 climax? Yes. Would Kevin Owens like to put his body through a G1 climax after 20 odd years in the business? Probably not, to be honest. So they're both in a perfect position. They are two guys who, even when their creative sucked, right? Like years ago, even when their creative was bad, they always found ways to make it entertaining.
The face of America, Kevin Owens. He still made it good.
Yeah. I mean, good's a strong word, but he tried.
But yeah, he fought through the terrible creative.
So like even when their creative's bad, they always work hard and they always find ways to shine in like if they're handed a dog script, they'll still put a little line in there that makes you smile. So I've always appreciated these guys. They're lifers, they're Hall of Famers, they got a job forever. They're not going anywhere, and I think it's probably a great place for them forever, to be honest.
And they're going to steal the show at the weekend, aren't they?
Yeah, it's going to be tasty.
I'm scared, I'm excited, I don't know what to expect.
They might just do the angle, the Kevin Owens debut angle again, which I would be fine with. Sometimes it's cool to have just like a shocking angle-style match than the traditionally great match.
Or, The Rock could go on a little rambly promo and they unfortunately have to cut the unsanctioned match.
Yeah.
No, either or.
Yeah, who knows? Cancel the chamber. The Rock. Yeah, cancel both chambers.
I want you to be my champion. I want you to be my champion, my champion, my champion. I want you to be my champion, my champion. Hey, thanks everybody. Thanks for coming to see my 1 and 2. You all got STDs. What are we doing here, Dwayne? What's happening?
It's just... He's the best, man.
He's the best.
The best universe involves The Rock. He doesn't have a clue what he's doing, does he? He's just making it up as he goes along. I love it. I love it.
Did it work last year? So how about let it play out, guys?
Stop it. Stop doing let it play out. It's dead. It's done. It's in the bin.
At least once more. Once more. Move on.
Carmella. Let's talk about Carmella.
Yes.
She was a surprising departure from WWE a couple of days ago. It was revealed that her contract had expired. She's obviously been off TV with her pregnancy, and she had a really rough time of it for a while. But fortunately, things have worked out better for her and Corey Graves, her partner, of course. But yeah, we've not seen her on wrestling TV in ages and ages. It came out that her contract has expired. She's going to break her silence soon. Ooh. So if you want to hear from Carmella, you will get that wish. She said the following on Instagram: I've seen all of your texts, tweets, and messages and DMs, and oh my God, you guys are just the best, and I'm so grateful for you and everything you've been saying about Carmella and my career. I'm so blessed, so thank you. She also said, I know there's a lot of questions and uncertainty around everything. I will be going on a podcast later this week answering some of those questions and telling my side, because I have a lot to say about the situation, so I'll give you the details later, and I can't wait to fill you guys in. So I'm curious, is this unusual that they let people go who are, inactive? Carl Anderson was let go while he was injured, which is atypical of WWE. Carmella's situation is obviously completely different. But yeah, I was surprised to hear she'd gone. Just because she was a prominent fixture of the women's division for so long, and she's somebody who obviously came in with, I don't want to say zero because I don't know her background, but certainly not a lot of wrestling experience if she had any. They built her up, obviously some misses, James Ellsworth, but some hits as well along the way too. And I was really taken aback. I was like, what? Okay, that's weird.
I don't know what. I think Carmella is one of those ones you can list under gone, but maybe not gone forever sort of thing. I certainly don't expect this interview of hers to be it was hell being in WWE, they're the worst company in the world.
Triple H is a tyrant.
Yeah, especially because her other half's still there. So you really don't want to make it bad for him, and let's be honest, as much as it shouldn't affect how you feel about things, it's the way of the world, unfortunately. But yeah, like you say, former Money in the Bank winner, former world champion.
Maybe she's just happy being a mum.
Yeah, I was about to say, I wonder if they've just had a conversation and gone, look, your contract's expiring. What are we doing here? Are you planning on coming back? How's this going to work? And she's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to go away and be a mum for a bit, which is completely understandable. Like you say, her and Corey Graves had a rough time of it beforehand. So just really fantastic news that they've had a child now and they can just go off and enjoy that, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. So best wishes to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I hope she's in a happy place.
Open invite to the live shows if you're popping along to Las Vegas.
Do they live in Las Vegas? Maybe they do. I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows? Who lives in Las Vegas?
The Killers are from Las Vegas. I remember that.
They're big Mormon guys, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
They love it. They've got 20 wives. Why not? Have you ever met the Mormon people? They're really nice.
I haven't.
They're really nice to you, but man, I'm not signing. No offense, I'm not signing up.
Okay,
I'm not signing up. We've got weirder people in our neighborhood here, but we won't. We won't go into those.
Right.
No, it kind of is a religion, but. Anyway,
let's move from religion to politics.
Hey, let's go.
Sami Zayn again,
ticking all the boxes.
Being the voice on this one, he was on a media call to promote Elimination Chamber, where he might die on Saturday night
because of politics.
But they were talking with Sami about politics, about the sort of history of wrestling and politics. Your Sergeant Slaughters, your foreign heels, that sort of thing. And the Sergeant Slaughter Iraq storyline, obviously, and. Sami said this, wrestling is sort of a reflective art form. It mirrors society and the times. But now in a strange way, we're doing a sort of weird anti-reflection wherein we simply just don't touch politics. As a company, nothing about the political climate is reflected in the product anymore. WWE is meant to be, it continued, WWE is meant to be an escape from all of that stuff, especially when people feel it in their day-to-day lives. Yeah, I think we definitely don't need, I certainly don't need any more politics being shoved down my throat. I do like being able to just tune in and go, boo, Gunther, yay, Jey Uso, and not be like, I wonder if this person votes the way that I do.
Who cares?
Yes.
Who cares who votes for who? I think look, this is a cynical take. It's just smart to not involve these, because
you'll alienate potentially about 50% of your audience.
Yeah, exactly. No matter what you say or do, especially in America, where everything is so fractured in a way, like both sides clashing off of each other. It's the same over here, to be fair. But it doesn't matter what you say. If you say something that's Democrat aligned or Republican aligned, you're going to piss the other side off.
Yeah.
It's not worth having it involved in your product. Now, of course, we have the duality of this is Linda McMahon on the education board and Triple H sitting beside her, but that's not a wrestling storyline.
Yeah, we are very much well aware of people's alignments outside of wrestling, whether it be Triple H, the McMahons, The Undertaker and Hulk Hogan, but that wasn't the reason you got booed in LA, mate.
I think that is a good acid test, right? The political thing. Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker.
Yeah.
People didn't get, nobody cared. When The Undertaker came out, they just went, oh yeah, it's The Undertaker.
Yeah.
When Hulk Hogan came out, they booed. I don't think the audience cares, really.
No.
At the end of the day.
Unless you come out waving a flag for somebody, yeah.
I will say it was quite funny last night. CM Punk had the Chicago t-shirts.
Yeah, that was cool.
He knew what he was doing there, didn't he? But yeah, it's smart. Look, we don't need Sergeant Slaughter turning heel and joining forces with the. We don't need retribution.
No.
It's probably better off without these things.
The closest we've come recently, I suppose, was when Rusev was Russian rather than Bulgarian, wasn't it? But we did get him riding a tank at WrestleMania out of that one, so I think fair's fair.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
But yeah, I don't need as part of this build Gunther to come out and be like, I hate Americans. He's just like a twat who brilliantly beat up Akira Tozawa. I loved that angle.
Yeah, that's the thing. If the old man, the crotchety old man, was still in charge, Gunther at this point would absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Or actually, probably he'd just be like, I hate the USA.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna.
Gunther's gone.
Yeah.
Woke. That's what he do basically. Why are we doing this crap? Just a quick word on Akira Tozawa, by the way. I love that man. I really hope when he gets that win finally, there's going to be celebrations all over the place. And that main event was spectacular. We'll review it on the Raw Review podcast later on today.
There you go. Bye.
Right, that's like the end.
That's it. We're
done. We're not done because check out this video.
One secret every year.
Every bloody year.
Every single year. I mean, from 1983. But sort of, yeah.
Give it a click. Go and find out.
Bye.
Bye.